Okay, hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I'm continuing with my purple theme tab bound journal and I'm making two. And if you've watched the previous two videos, I think I've done two videos, you'll see that I'm doing two. It's been a bit difficult for me to get round to doing videos in this last week with one thing and another. So I've grabbed time when I can and I've put one of them together just to kind of get the feel for it myself. So I'll show you what I've got and then I'll show you how we did it on the second one. So it's a good job I've got two, isn't it? I've got loads of stuff around me. So tab bound. So I've used the 32323 tabs. And I have got videos. I think I've got a playlist of tab bound journals that I've made. So this follows the same kind of format. We did this in the last one. We did the front, and I can't remember if I'd added the little girl to it or not, but that opens up. There's a journal card just there, and there's a card in there. And I've done the same on the other one. So that's got a little girl on it as well. So that was as far as we'd got, I think. So for this one, I've ended up with 8. I'm going to call them pages for ease of my understanding. So that's the first page. We open it up and it's got a corner tuck in there, and I've put a couple of journal cards in. I've added a paper bag as a page, and I've put a pocket on the front of it, and I've added one of the little Tim Holtz dangles, and I have to say I was really impressed with that. I thought it was going to be a tiny little bead, but it's a good size one, so I'm happy with that. I've put a couple of journal cards in there, and it's just like a paper bag that you get in the sweet shops. And then in there I've put another card in that one. Then in the back of the paper bag, I've just put a piece of the paper on. Then I've got a glassine bag. I've not put anything in there yet, but there's a glassine bag just there. And then I've put a pocket on it there. This comes out, it's a flip out. Couldn't remember what it was then. And I've just put some extra papers and things in there. So that goes, there's a belly band at the top there, at the top, and that just threads down in there. Then we've got the envelope that we made with the little girl dancing in the lavender. It was lavender, wasn't it? And like the kind of waterfall little papers in there. And then I've put a tag in the back of that. So I've done that one. Then on the back of that, I've put that lady on there. This is from Mrs. Coggs, and I just thought it went really nicely and set that lady off beautifully. And I've also put one of Mrs. Coggs. These are lavender in the garden. And then I've put some extra paper on there. And I think I might put a couple of little extra pages in these where there's a 3-page, but I'll do that with you as well. So that goes on there like that. This one, I haven't filled all the pockets, as you can see. There's a pocket there, and this comes with Andrea's kit, the Purple Medley kit. So I've just put that pocket on there, and I've put the little boy leaning on it. Then on the back of that, there's a tuck spot just here, and there's one of the envelopes that comes in Andrea's kit there. This is a pocket. I'm trying to think what I've done. That's a pocket just there. And then this is that card, and there's a tuck spot there. There's a tuck spot just here. Then on the back of that, there's a couple of tags that pull out and do a complete flip out. So you could stick something on there if you wanted to. And then on the back, we've got the envelope. And that envelope, I've put another card in from Mrs. Coggs. I think that's lilac that they've got there. So that's what I've done. And I'm going to do the same with this. So that's where we're at, and this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to follow the same format as the other one. So this one's going to have a corner tuck on it. Now the corner tucks that come with the kit, the same one that I used, these are from the kit, from the Purple Medley kit. And there is another one, but it folds the opposite direction, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to use it further back in the book. So on this page, I'm going to recreate a pocket like that to go on, but it's going to go this way to go on it. And what I was thinking was, I've got a piece of that lavender paper left, and I thought I might make a pocket out of that. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, hey ho. Oh, where's me? So I hope you're all okay. As I say, it's been a bit hectic here. I'm still struggling to craft. My mind seems all over the place. I know we've got a lot coming up in the quite near future. We're going away for a month in the middle of June, so that's taken quite a lot of planning, and I'm trying to get other things sorted out in the meantime. That's just life, isn't it? I tell you what, I'm glad I'm retired, because I certainly haven't got time to got no time to work these days at all. And we think we've got a free day, and then one of the kids will ring and say, could we just either pick one of the grandkids up from school, or could we just take, you know, have one of the grandkids because they've got something on, or there just seems to be something happening all the time. Sorry, that just didn't seem very straight to me then, but I think it is. So I'm going to do, did I stitch round that one? What am I doing? Does anybody know? Can anybody come and help me? I'm going to put the folds in it, and we'll see where we get to. See what we think. I've backed it. I probably didn't need to because it was a book page. I've lost the one that I'm working on. Oh, it's here. This is the one I'm doing it on, isn't it? So if I put that on there, I'm going to want to still see that dragonfly is what I'm thinking. Which is fine. We can still see him. It's quite tough because I hadn't stitched around it. I was wondering if I'd stitched all the way around it, but I haven't. So I need to do that as well. So let's cut this off and see where we are with it. So if it goes on here, and I want to see that dragonfly, might turn it off there. I might slope it down a little bit more. So let's do a bit of a slope. I don't want it too low down. Sorry, on my quilting ruler, I've got 45° and a 30° line. And if I just line that up, it gives me a cut that I can use. And that's what I'm going to do. Hold your breath. I'm going to slice that off. That could be a corner tuck, couldn't it? Slice that off there. And then that still gives me, that was good, wasn't it? Look, 'cause I can still see my little dragonfly. And I think I'm going to cut a bit off the top there as well, because I don't want quite as much. There we go. And so that is going to go on there as a pocket, like that. So I'm happy with that. I like that. So what I'm going to do before I glue that on is I'm going to go and stitch all the way around here, because I am stitching around these. So just bear with me a moment. Okay, I'm already getting myself cluttered in. So I've stitched all the way around it. Put that card back in so I don't lose it. I think that I want to have some of that purple paper showing. So I'm going to glue this to the inside of that, and then I'm going to stitch around that. I think I am going to. So I'm following the same format for both of these. Oh, I've glued all around that now. Silly girl, Carol. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I have followed the same kind of format for both of these. No particular reason other than that's what I've done. See, I've put glue all on there now. Oh, blow. I didn't want to do that. I I don't know what I'm doing, do I? Right, I need a wipe. 1 minute. Well, I've wiped it, but I think I've got more glue on myself than on that. So I've wiped round it, so it's not perfect. It's still a bit sticky, but I want to stitch around that as well. So I'll go and stitch around it and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have stitched around it. I might put some words on there. I might find a butterfly. I don't really know. I'm going to kind of go through afterwards and see what I think might be needed. But that is going to, let me just take that out again. That's going to go on there like that. And you can still see that dragonfly, which is what I wanted. And it's still a nice tuck spot just there. So I am going to glue that on, and then I'm going to put it to one side for it to be well and truly stuck, because I'm gluing it on to stitching. So I am going to be generous with my glue. And the glue is going to go everywhere, isn't it? So I'm hoping that some of you might be doing your own tab bound book along with me and giving this a go. That's what I'm hoping. Obviously, you know, probably won't be a purple one like this. Obviously you can do them in any style that you want to do. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on that stitching. I can always go around afterwards and add a little bit more glue if I think it needs it, can't I? But that is going to get stuck on there. And because it's quite heavy weight now, I'm just going to put some clips on it just to hold it while that glue does dry. Clip them on. Just to be sure. So yeah, I'm hoping that some of you are maybe crafting along and maybe, you know, using my ideas as tuck spots and adapting them for yourselves, or you've got your own ideas of what you would like to put on. I'm going to stick that back in there so I don't lose it. So that is my page 1. So it's got the same flap, and on the inside, oh sorry, can you see? It's got the same. I might put something on there. I might add another Tim Holtz person and some words. I don't know yet. So that is that one done. And I have got I've already made a couple of cards, because I made a couple of journaling cards to go in here. And so I did, honest, make a couple of journal cards the same to go in. So the one go there, so that'll have 2 journal cards in it, the same as the other one. So that's page 1 done. The next page was that one with the pocket. That one with the pocket is the bag. So that's the bag, and that's all that it looks like. It's just a paper bag. So that's okay. That can go in there. I want to put the same little bead on there, but I'm going to attach it to that flower. So that is number 2 page done. And I'm just going to turn it and lay it on top. So that's the order that they're going in. So the next one, I am going to put, what are these bags called? Glassine bags. I've tried to find some glassine bags, especially the glassine envelopes here in the UK, but every time I find them, they're either so expensive, or the envelopes just don't look right, or you've got to order so many. So that's going to be a pocket and a pocket on there. What's going on the back of that? It's going to be that. Yeah, so that would be all right. So I want something that you can kind of see through and around, and I think, oh, that looks actually quite pretty, doesn't it? So that's going to go on there, and then on the back of it is the flip with the papers in. So I've made that. So all that is 2 pieces of paper glued together, and I left a little bit. I've hinged it together with something else, and then I've just put some papers on the back. So that's going to go on this page, so that needs a little belly band across, doesn't it? And I did have a couple of pieces. So that could be that one going across there. I don't want that. It could be that. That blends in too much, doesn't it? These are the leftovers from when I cut the cards out. So I think it's going to be that one. I'm just looking because I thought I had some bits and pieces. Blends in too much. Too much. That one blends in too much as well. They're big cards. I don't want to use them. Yep, so it is going to be that one. And then this will poke down the back of it. So I'm going to glue this on. Here we go. It's going to get glued on the edges. So as I said, these are the offcuts. I don't think it matters which way around it goes. So that's going to go on there like that. And then before I stick that on, I'm going to stitch all the way around it, and that will get stitched in as well. So I'm going to go and stitch all the way around this card as well, so bear with me. Okay, so all I've done is stitch all the way around it. Now I could shake this up a little bit. This one, it had the belly band on that side and the bag opposite that. So on this one, I could have the belly band on that side and the paper bag on that side. What I keep trying to think is this is the side that's going to have the tabs attached to them. I don't know if you can see them. So this one is going to have 3. It's going to have 1, 2, 3 tabs down it, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So that will go under there. Hopefully it will fit. It will fit. It's because I've only just put this on. That's it, loosen it up a bit. Go in, you devil. That's it. So that just fits in there and hangs on there like that. So either that will be next to that, or if I turned it over, that would be not that way. That would be next to it. And I think I'm going to do it the opposite way. I think I'm going to put that next to that. And then when it flips over, it's going to have that on it. Okay, so I need to now attach this paper bag onto here. I hope this is making sense to everyone. Now these bags, these glassine bags, they're not the strongest of things. And if you, I find if I add the white wet glue to it, they go a bit crinkly, wrinkly, a bit like me. So what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to put double-sided tape. Now I'm not a fan of double-sided tape because once you stuck it, you can't shift it, which I find sometimes a bit of a bother. So all that I did with this glassine bag was get a scrap, really I used a scrap piece of paper for this, and I just folded it over at the top so that it was a little bit stronger, and then I just folded it over the glassine bag to make the pocket, and then stuck it down onto the back of the glassine bag, and it's made it quite a nice, neat little pocket. The other problem that I have with this double-sided tape is it never wants to, I can never peel that back off. The trials and tribulations, I tell you. Right, let's see if we can do it. I know you have to squish it on really, really well. No, I can't lift it up. Let's try one of these others a minute. Oh dear. That's one off. Right, hopefully I'm on a roll now. 1, 2. At least it is sticky. It's not going to come unstuck, is it? 2 down, 2 to go, folks. Right, let me switch you off a minute while I poke with this. Oh my goodness, how difficult was that? So I've got that on all 4 sides. And like I say, once you've committed yourself on this, you're stuck with it. So if it's not perfectly straight, apologies, but that's as best as I can do. So the only advice that I would give when adding things to pages in these tab books is think about where your tabs are going to go. They always go on the insides of call these pages. So I don't mind if it does overlap a little bit, but I don't think you need more than ½ an inch to stick your tab to. And I will put the tabs on this one with you, probably not in this video, so it does mean that you're going to have to put up with me coming back for another. So that's 3 pages, 1, 2, 3 pages done. The next, yes, 3 pages done. The next one is the envelope. So we've got this. I'm going to take that lady out. She's going on the back of that envelope like that. I'm not going to put her on because I know that's going to have 3 tabs, and I'm going to stick her over the tab. So, oh no, I don't need to do anything with her yet then, do I? So that one's okay. It's all ready. It's good to go, except we'll put that lady on it when we've done the tabs. So I'll leave her in there. So she's going on that one. I'll leave those other bits on till we've done. After that, it's another one of these. And I'd put one of the pockets on there. One of Andrea's pockets from the kit. That is what I am trying to say. Which is one of these. So it's either that one, which I don't mind. I actually don't mind that one either. I think I might prefer a bit of a purple, or with the butterflies. I think I quite like the butterflies. I think I do like the butterflies. And I did have I'm not going to call it a problem, but you can see when I added the tab on this one, it went over the pocket. Now I didn't want it to cover the pocket, so I just put a snip in the fabric and stuck one side there and one there. I don't know if you can see that. And so that's probably what I'm going to have to do again with this one. Which shall I go with? That one? I quite like that one. I like these flowers. I'm going to go with that one. So because I'd only printed these on copy paper, I have backed it. And so all as I'm going to do on there is stick it on. I want to stitch around it again, but that's okay because I'm sticking it on here. There's going to be still room to stitch round. So we'll do that. We'll stick it on. Gone quiet while I'm gluing. So if any of you are making one of these along with me, I'd love to know. And I would really like to see your photos as well, or pictures, or a video, or you can tag me in it. I'm on Instagram as well as YouTube. So you can come and see me on any of these things. Is that stuck down? Yeah. So that's on there like that. All I can hear is a beeping noise because we've got the BT engineers out on the main road and they're doing something and it's going beep, 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 beep. And it's all I can hear in my little head. So I like that. That's on there. And then on the back of this one, so that will flip that way. So on this one, down this side, I'm going to put the, I've lost it. I found it. I'm going to put the envelope on as a flip out. So I need something that's going to be a pocket down here. And I was wondering about this, and I think I quite like this. It would go on like that. And I do think I quite like that. I don't need that pocket, do I? So I'm going to cut this down to 7 inches because I know that's as tall as this tag. How am I doing for time? Not bad. 7 inches. I'm going to do it slightly bigger than, just because that then gives me that little bit of leeway, doesn't it? I'm going to cut the white off that side. Everything's fell out over there. Nothing new there, is there? I am going to, I don't know how wide this is, and I'm not going to worry about it because I don't want a really deep pocket. I'm just going to fold that edge over, and then I'm going to fold this over to meet that edge. I don't know if any of you can hear that beeping, but it really is annoying, a bit annoying. So that, oh, it's up here. Oh, do you know, it's going to go on there like that. And then we can still see that butterfly. So I think that's deep enough for a pocket. So that's good. Just thinking, do I need to put anything in there? So how wide is that? I'm just going to strengthen it a little bit. I bet it's, yep, a couple of inches. How did I know? So I'm going to do that a bit less. Put the piece of paper over there. Clear the decks a bit, Carol. Just going to shove some glue on this. And that's just going to go in there just to strengthen that just a tiny little bit. Then I can glue that bit down. That little flap can get glued down like that. This is the front and this is the envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. I can't quite see the line, like that. Sounds like they're doing Morse code out there. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing, but it's bipping and beeping. They're obviously testing the line. We had the men here yesterday digging half the road up. I know I'm not going to get that exactly right. I'm not going to worry. Try and bring this corner in a little bit. Okay, I can close this envelope up. So in this kit, this is the Purple Medley kit that Andrea had. and in it she has 2 envelopes, so I've put one in the other journal and one in this one, and they were little envelopes which were perfect for this project, just perfect. It's as if Andrea knew that's what I'd be doing. So I'm just going to glue the envelope shut because that will make my life easier, because it won't be flapping about as much then. And then there's just that little, you can still get something in and out of there if you want to. Okay, so then what I want to do is close this up. Like that, and that will close like that. But I am going to stitch this will get stitched around because it's going to glue on here, and the whole thing's going to get stitched around, isn't it? So I'm going to put some glue along this edge and along here, and that's just to hold it in place while I go and stitch it. Okay, and this is not on the edge where the tabs are going. The tabs are going that side, so I know that I'm safe-ish, although I did make a boo-boo on the other one and I put them completely on the wrong side, and that was on the paper bag one. I did it completely wrong. What a mess. Let's start again. New paper bag. Okay, so that has got the pocket on that side, and then it's got a flip that side. Now I'm going to go and stitch all the way around it, but I'm going to leave that envelope in that position because if I stitch it down, it won't be an envelope anymore. So 1 minute and I will be back. Okay, so I'm happy with that one. So let's have a look at how that goes. So that is going to stick on there. How many tabs is it going to have? This one has 3, 1, 2, 3, so the butterfly shouldn't get stuck. This is going to have 2 tabs on, so the tabs are going to go on there. No, it's not, it's going to have 3. That's going to have 3 on. That's going to flip over there. That's going to be a flip, and then that's going to be a pocket there. Let's take these off because they're being a bit annoying now. So that should be good and proper stuck, and it is. So that's good and proper done. Okay, so that's that one like that. The next one is this pocket that I made out of this card, and that's actually going to go that way, which is different. Oh, where's my cloth? Different to the other one. Sticky glue on my mat. This one, it went that way around, so it's got the packet. It's got the pocket there at the front, but this one is going to go that way around, and that actually matches that better. So that's good planning. Not, and that's a corner tuck up there. That's just a corner pocket that I've put on and stitched around that. Okay, brill. This next one is going to be, it's going to have this on as a corner. Either side it's going to have the butterflies. Do I want it to be that one? I have got a couple of spares that I can use. That might be a nice one to use. It's not that I don't like that one. It's that I'm not sure I want butterflies and butterflies on there. Either way, it's got the butterflies. I might like that one actually. I might like this one because that then is going to have that on it, which might look quite nice. Let's try it. That will fold over. I think I prefer that actually. I prefer to see those flowers. It's just personal choice, isn't it? So that will go on there, but it's obviously too big. So that's going to be a different kind of shape. That's going to have a little bit taken off there. And I like that better. I might take a bit more off that actually. See, I can't take any more off there, otherwise I'm going to lose that butterfly. But the tabs are going to go on this, yes, on this side. So that's okay. So that's going to go there. That's fine. And then on the back of it, what I did in this one is a double flip. So that's what's going to go on here. And hopefully I'm going to have time to do it. So I'm going to find what I need and then switch you on again. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this is I am going to attach that on there. Okay, I don't know if, I'm not saying this is the best way to do this, but it's the way that I'm kind of working to do it. So that's going to go on there like that. Okay, and I am then going to attach this and back it. Bear with me. I think it worked last time. So that's going to go up to that edge on there. Okay, so I'm now going to just go and stitch around this tag. Okay, so I've stitched around that tag. I'm going to cut it out off of the paper. Oh, the sun's actually trying to come out. Better late in the day than never, isn't it? And they're still beeping outside. I don't know. Sometimes it's difficult to pick when's best to do a video. Feels it anyway. Is that the one I was using? Does anybody remember? I've shoved everything out the way, haven't I? I was using that one, wasn't I? Yes, because I wanted the flowers. So that's one of my spares. Okay, so I've got that. So this, because I've stitched it down, it's given me a hinge. And the reason that I've done it double is so that when you open it, it's not white on the inside. Yes, that does make it more bulky, but I'll live with that. So that is going to stick on there. And I'm going to stick both of them on there. It sounds like a submarine. Beep, 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 beep. Perhaps they're doing an SOS and I'm ignoring them. So then I want to, so that's that flap, isn't it? So that will flap that way. Yes, it will. And then I want to flap on this side as well. I bet I've not done this one wide enough, you know. I wanted to put that one on there. like that. Let me just see how I did the other one. Yeah, so I want to back this. That's what I want to do. Let me put a backing on this one first, on the big tag. And I might need to cut a slightly wider tab. So that is going to glue on there. I'm only doing it this way because I want to cover that. Okay. So now I'm going to stitch around this tag. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so I've added a flap on there and I've backed it. I've got a long thread just there, look, that we don't want. So I'm just going to fold that along there because that is going to go over there onto the next page. So that will flap there. Let me get into screen. That will flap there and it will flap there, which means that we have this on this side, but that is going to be covered by this here pocket. How's that for cleverness? Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. I am going to stitch around this pocket and come back to you, and then we'll put this together. Okay, so I've just stitched around that. Some ink somewhere. Just ink that edge. It's a little bit white, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stick this on here. Yeah. Because then that is going to get stitched around as well. Because I'm going to stitch around this tag, aren't I? Or this page. What do we want to call it? Should we call it a page? Okay. I know I keep disappearing and coming back to you, but hopefully it follows. So I put a hinge on there and I've put a hinge on there. That flaps like that and that flaps like that. I'm now going to stitch all the way around this here tag. Okay, and I will be back. Okay, you've been very patient with me. So this one then, I've glued that hinge onto there and stitched it. So it's stitched, it's glued on there. Might need a bit of extra glue, but it's glued on there, it's glued on there, it hinges out there so that you've got these two to write on, and you can put something on there if you want to. And then on here I am going to stick that one down, and then the hinges will be this side, so that they won't interfere with anything. So again, I'm going to give this a gluing of its life, because it's going over those stitches again, and I'll clip it on and leave it to dry properly. And as I say, I can always add some extra glue if I find it hasn't stuck. I'm going to put some glue on here just because I want to make sure it sticks really well. Okay. And then that is on there, and I will put those clips on just so that it holds it, because it's got quite bulky on that bit now, isn't it? Just going to put it down where the sellotape, where the stitching is, and then I know it's stuck well and proper. I know they're a bit of a nuisance, these clips, but they only stay on as long as it dries. So on that side, that's going to look like that. So it's got the flowers, the dragonfly, there's two pockets, because there's one pocket there and there's a pocket just there. Then that's got that pocket there, and when it flips over, you've got this that pulls out, and then the very back page is the envelope, and I think they look pretty together as well. So that is the second one with all the pages as such completed. So we've got the pocket, we've got a pocket and a pocket. So there's more pockets than you think. The pocket there, that folds out with the extra papers in. We've got that's the writing space. It'll have a journal card in there. We've got the pocket just there. We've got somewhere to tuck something there and there. We've got an up tuck just there. We've got a pocket just there, the pocket there, the flip out here, and the envelope. So I will do another video and we will join this one together so that it looks like this, all joined up together. I'll get my fabrics ready. So I hope you like it. I hope you're going to craft along with me, and I will catch you all next time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.